Yo, what is up, everybody? How you doing? It's your boy, the Birdman from the Birdman Show. You already know what to do. So much, go ahead and do it with me. That is right. Oh my God, we're back. I'm dealing with some stuff here. I'm trying to get things going, staying popping here, and it's been a very fun experiment right now. So yeah, your boy is he's having some fun here. Hey, look, I'm still glad. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad I get to share. Anytime I get a chance to share moments or anything with my peoples, my fam, people I love and care about, I'm always for it. I'm hoping that everyone had a um, wonderful day. Let me go ahead and cut this music a little bit yeah, hopefully all y'all have a wonderful day. Like I said, I'm just oh my god. It's just been one of those days. It just really has just been one of those days. What profile am I on here? Oh, that's why. I'm trying to do some other things here too, and it's just yeah, it's just fun. It's just really is fun. I'm trying to see who all do we have. Who all do we have? Uh, join us over here in TikTok land. Let me get that pulled up. I was trying to pull some other thing. I finally got. I am happy about that. I finally got Rumble comments for Rumble to pull in to the studio, so I am extremely thrilled about that. Like I said, if I can just do the same thing with TikTok, I'd be set. I wouldn't have to worry about anything. All comments, everything would be coming in through there. Let me turn my volume off on there. Didn't realize that was still up. Okay, I see Angel there, DK in the house. What's up, brother? Um, that's all I'm seeing right now. If you're here in here, please let me know what's going on. Is that correct? Are we already at 4.1K? Holy crap. Well, that's awesome. I just I'm pulling everything up and I looked down and seen it said 4.2 now K. Like, holy crap. Well, awesome. Well, I love TikTok. I mean, I listen. I will say this, and we're gonna get. I'll post the topic here in a second. There, Angel. But that's forever the reason why I love the support that we get on TikTok. I do, because you guys are freaking phenomenal. You always have been, always will be. Um, just a phenomenal support. You guys support us in everything we do. Myself, Ace, Def Light, we support each other. Whenever you guys go live, try to do things. I try to make sure I get my butt in there to support you guys as much as possible as well. I tippy tap while I'm waiting. That's awesome. You guys are like I said, I love it. But appreciate I support the support that you guys give us with everything we do. It's just phenomenal. I can't stress that enough. I just cannot stress it enough. And I cannot say how much I appreciate it enough. Now I will say this: if I can get that same support and love, like as we're trying to grow this Rumble thing, I can't express I can't not tell you how much Rumble is actually really cool because like it's an app you can I've downloaded it on all of our smart TVs. So like there's a mom, they can watch it out on the big screen out in the living room. We can watch it in the big screen in um the bedroom. I can pull it up. It's right up there on this TV back here. As it keeps well, that's part of the internet. For whatever reason, I have to sometimes go back and forth and just refresh that. But anyways, like like I say, you download it as an app on your smart TV. It has an app itself to where you can have it on your phone. And with that, once you subscribe to the show, the channel, and everything, it automatically alerts you when we go live, we do anything. Like I said, it's awesome. It's phenomenal. I really do love it. And like I said, I I never know. You never know, especially what's going on now. You never know what's going on with TikTok, and some of the stuff, especially TikTok since it has so many issues. Um, with the sale and all that other stuff. We just don't know what it's gonna really look like here. Um, I mean, a few months, hell, next year, we don't know. So I'm trying to make sure that we're across multiple platforms in case something goes wrong, whatever. We've got a backup. Rumble is our backup. It's our main backup. Like I said, I'm still, we're live streaming to Rumble, we're live streaming TikTok, we're live streaming to YouTube as well. But what I like about, like I said, what I like about Rumble, they, they're not really they monitor the counts, but they don't monitor to the point where they can just shut you off. Um, any given time, somebody on TikTok can just say, "Hey, well, we don't like your content anymore. We don't like you. Your account's closed." There's nothing I can do about it. Which means all of the followers I have gone. Anything I've accumulated on there gone. Same thing with YouTube. If they decide for whatever reason to shut things down, everything's gone. There's the restrictions that you have on YouTube and TikTok. And like I said, I appreciate loving both. I'm still going to use them until the wheels fall off. But at the same time, the restrictions that are there are sometimes it's so massive that it continually hurts creators. And I classify myself as a creator now. I mean, I have to just for that simple reason. So, like I said, we're this is the backup for it. And so and I love it so far. And I'm really trying to help. I'm trying to get that to grow for us so that way if there's like I said, if there's any issues, we've got a backup. We don't have the issue. We don't have any problems. We just transition over. Golly, we're at 6K already. Good God Almighty. Okay. Well, let's talk about it. Um, this for those who don't know, this is a new series I introduced with the Birdman show. Right now, it's a separate part of the Birdman show, but it might be one of those things that we end up incorporating into the Birdman show. 'Cause I think I'm pretty sure we're coming towards the end if we have not reached the end of like you be the judge. Um, and so we're always looking for fillers for that part because that's great. I know Ace had said he'd gotten a book about something. I can't remember what it was. We're going to talk about it more when he gets back. But we're trying to looking for different fillers. I'm looking at a few other things as well for that, and we're gonna kind of go off of that. But yeah, this is kind of one of those ones where I was like, you know what, I want to do something. I want to check something out. So I decided to start asking questions, and that's what sparked off. Let's talk about it. What we did last week. We talked about what's one promise you made at an early age that you later broke when you got older. And that conversation completely um, took on a life of its own. It just became something more than what I had intended it to be. And so I was extremely thrilled about it. I was great. I was extremely thrilled about it, and it was pretty awesome. But yeah, it took on a life of its own. And so I'm very thankful for that. This week's mm, I'm scared. To be honest, I'm kind of scared. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't no punk about it. I am a little scared. This week's question is: what is one thing you could have lived without knowing? Now, the reason why I'm scared about this is because I confessed because I'd found out something that I really did not want to know, and it was one of those accident type things where I end up finding out something. Um, and I expressed that um last week. And it just it's this Miss D's on here. She knows she was one of the I think the only one actually I think um that actually knew what this was, and she also shared how it's treated as well. So oh god. Yeah, so this is the question. What's one thing that you could have lived without knowing? Now, I was getting some great responses on Facebook because I post the same questions on Facebook. I'll try. I don't know if I think I might have had a brain fart and I didn't post the same question on TikTok. Um, And Bruce and Hal, what's up? How you doing? Um, I did not get a chance. I don't think I got a chance to post that on TikTok. And if I didn't, I do apologize. Um, but yeah, I try to do that to make sure that you guys have the ability to have the same questions if you're following us on TikTok. But I do post that, like I said, on Facebook. And I was getting some pretty good responses. And the way those responses were coming in, I was like, oh my god, we're about to have a repeat of what happened last week. Um, and so please forgive me. I'm responding to things at the same time from multiple things. This is why. Um, this is this is one of the main reasons why it does suck not having Ace here. Because I'm trying to respond to TikTok, responding to Facebook, anything on YouTube. But I do say I love it because the YouTube and even Rumble now, they're all coming into the studio, so I have one place for that. I just have to look at other places to do. Oh God, Amber says she has one for me. I'm scared about that one too. Um, but we're definitely going to get into that. Um, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do something real quick. Okay. There we go. All right, got it. All right, so yeah, so this is our topic. Like I said, what's one thing you could have lived without knowing? So like I said, mine was pink sock. I think I'm gonna hold off a little bit longer before I don't know, Miss D, you're in the comments over here in TikTok. Do you think we should go ahead and start the show off with that one, or do you think we should wait a little bit longer? And here's some from some other people before we start jumping off into that. I'm gonna just because it's doing the same thing. Okay. Um, yeah, because I'm like I said, I'm really nervous about that one. That one's just I don't know. What do you think, Miss D? Spicy Cass in the house. What is up, sis? Yeah, I know. Either way, it's gonna be discussed. Um, it's just, oh my god. Okay, so let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Forget it. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off and get this bad boy started. Okay, so like I said, mine was the one that was brought up that I ended up learning that I definitely could have lived the rest of my life not knowing. And that was, like I said, the term was uh pink sock. Now it sounds harmless enough. It does sound harmless enough. Um, but it's not. It's really not. Now I'm gonna try to say this as Shiloh in the house. What's up, bro? I'm gonna try to say this is family friendly as possible. I guess you can say. I don't know if that's a such thing. We are talking medical terms here, so this it is. I'll try to do PG-13 as much as possible. Um, there, Angel. I am going to try my best. We'll see. Okay, so mine was the thing I could have lived without knowing was um the pink sock. What's it look for? What you trying to do? Huh? I'm not on mine. I can't be on mine and do this. It's your Birdman one, right? I'm on the Birdman Sports. Yeah, I can't be on mine and do this. Um. Anyway, so mine was the pink sock. Okay. So, whew. The term "pink sock" is a well, I mean, I'll just say I'll read this part, is a vulgar slang expression for a, well, I mean, the medical terms is a it's expression for a rectal prolapse. Um, if you don't know what that means, it's basically, you your rectal rec it comes out. There's some type of, incident that happens where and it could be so many different ones. What are you trying to do? You can't do it all for yours? Do you have to be in the live to do to do the mod? I mean, you can try getting off and getting into the regular one, but you got to exit out of that, and then I mean, pretty much understand. But so yeah, so it's basically the tube, which is the sphincter. It imagine. Okay, how do I? Okay. Give me a story. It, yeah, basically, your innards come out the wrong way. It's disgusting. If you actually look it up and it shows oh god, it shows a picture of it. It's it's horrible. And then Miss D informed us last week, mainly me, of the treatment of it. And I don't have the ability to see TikTok right now, so I don't know what she's responding to. Um, hold up, let me go back here. Okay, so what did yeah, the hole, yeah. Yeah, DK, basically your insides become your outsides. Um, out of some place that's only supposed to um get rid of waste out of your butthole. Let's just say that butthole. I'm not trying to get freaking kicked off of freaking TikTok after I just got back. That's what I'm trying my best to do is as nice as possible. The lower part of the large intestines protrudes through the hey, yeah, there you go. That's a great way. That's a very intellectual. Oh, Jesus. I'm just this whole freaking topic has just got me screwed up. It's yeah, that's the best way. Thank you guys. You guys are so awesome. Thank you for having my back. Thank you for giving those responses there in TikTok. TikTok lane, you guys are awesome. Like I said, oh, we're at 8.3K now. Like that's basically the best way I can say it. So that was mine. That was mine. And I think Miss D said the way to treat it was didn't you Miss D, please correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you say salt? To put salt on it? Um, yeah, pink sock. Yeah, it's just a chocolate starfish. It might start off like that, but it was it Angel saying sugar. I thought Miss D said salt. No, I think it is salt. I mean sugar. I think it's what she did say. I think it's what she said. Huh? Okay. Ms. D, I think Des had made you a moderator because she might have to run and take mom out to the hospital. She's been dealing with blood clots and she's having a lot of pain, so we're trying to make sure she's taken care of. So she might yeah, so she might end up having to take her out there. So she made you a mod just in case. Um but I think I appreciate. So was it salt or was it sugar, Miss D? I could have sworn you said salt, but I don't know. Maybe it was I don't know. Um, I think I said salt. I think it was salt because I did say because X said something about like so it is sugar. Okay, so sugar. Yeah, because I did say something about diabetes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did say something about diabetes. Um, so yeah, okay, yeah, that's oh my god. Ugh. Ugh. After seeing the picture of it, um, my soul is a little disturbed. Um, and then finding the treatment, handing out the treatment is actually sugar is even more disturbing to me. It's like y'all really trying to give people diabetes. Like seriously, y'all really trying to do whatever you can to give people diabetes. Shiloh says it's interesting to see. I mean, sure, yeah. I mean, that's one way of putting it, fam. That is one way of putting it, but I don't know. Um, I got to talk about something else because I feel like I'm about to open my mouth. Um, okay. Anyways, some of the other ones I had seen one in particular response to this question, and I'll post the question back up again. This is what we're talking about tonight. What is one thing you could have lived without knowing? Um, and one of the responses I had received, I'm not going to read I'm not going to, well, I'm not going to read who the response was from. But it was a friend of mine. We went to high school together. And the response that they had given was addiction and its total destruction. And that hit me hard. Um, because we think about like I said, that the pink sock thing, it was definitely something I could live without knowing. It was and even though it's disgusting, but it is, and I agree with you, Shiloh. It is interesting to see, just because you're like, how is that possible? And I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a lot of different ways that it's possible, none of which are fun. From what I was seeing and reading, there are a lot of different possible ways for that to happen, and none of them, I mean, not a single one of them are fun. Um, the video is still on. Is that video still on? What? You watched a video of it? X? What? I don't think I wanna see that. Anyways, but that response that was given, the addiction and its total destruction, and I started thinking about that because I'm like, "Dude, that wasn't the first thing that came to my mind." Like, even if you've never had any type of addiction, there's a good chance that you know somebody who's battled addiction, no matter what it is, whether it's drugs, alcohol, um, whether yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, man, whether it's sex or whatever the case may be, addiction comes in many different forms. You can be addicted to attention. You can be addicted to being mistreated. Like, there is I did not realize the vast, I guess you can say almost like black hole, or void, the amount of space, like when you think about space itself, that amount of different things that can be considered addiction. Um, Angel, what are you talking about TikTok? You just put a comment and said TikTok. What about it? Did something happen that I'm not aware of? Um, Let me know in the comments. But the mat. Oh, okay. Um, that's not a word you can say. Is that what you're telling me? I should avoid that. Is that what you're saying? If that is, please let me know because I definitely don't want to. I don't want to be saying anything that's get us a little in trouble again. I don't know. What do you said? What are you saying, "huh" for? You put TikTok, then you put the word the addiction part, and then you said now you're saying, "huh?" Like what? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Would you why didn't you just put that the first freaking time? Bambi, what's up? That's my niece Bambi. How you doing? Hope you're doing great. Why didn't you just put that the first time, Angel? You had me trying to figure out what the heck I thought I was saying something I shouldn't have been saying. No, you're right though. TikTok is one. Um, I mean, heck, I shall type influence. Well, thank you for the bold statement there, I guess. I don't freaking know what the heck. Anyways, but no, you're right. Um, uh, cell phones, cell phones in general, electronics, internet. our kids, spouses, like, just there's so many different things that can fit into that category of being an addiction. Tattoos, piercings, like, I mean, that's outside the obvious things. You know what I'm saying? That's outside the obvious thing, like the things they have for rehab and stuff like that. That's outside of those things. I'm talking about anything else that can you could act most people they don't really think about that. They only think about the alcohol, drugs. They think about that kind of stuff like that. Um, it's you put a cat there, so are you saying pets? Bruce is saying roughly 6,000 types of addiction. See, that's news. That's news to me. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, man, that can be considered that, that can be considered that, that can be considered that. And you're telling me there's roughly 6,000 different types? Like, that's outrageous to me. And it's just, oh my God, you don't really think about that stuff. You honestly don't really think about that stuff on a day-to-day basis. You think about the major categories, like I said, alcohol, drugs, um, you know, I don't know if I can say that, so I'll just say corn. I think everybody understands what I say when I say corn. Um, Shiloh says, "Yes, anything can technically be an addiction." Yes, which is I'm starting to realize now. Angel says, "My mother is addicted to helping the community." Dude, yes. Sometimes being what I like to call good Samaritan, people get a rush from that. Some people get a rush from that. Some people are like, "Yo, this is yeah, I'm just out here trying to do my best to help people out and do this and do that." And that's their thing. That's their thing. They get a big rush from that. And it's crazy to think about. Like, it's like, dude, like, what the oh, I was it's like, I thought this was a show, but then I see some random people in the background. I forgot on Rumble, they put commercials in, so, yeah. Um, yeah, sorry, I was a little taken back there. Um, and yes, Miss D, everyone is addicted to something. There's just not video games, video games, sports, betting, um, God, like, even and I think was that Shiloh or was that Bruce that said that Bruce, roughly over 6,000, roughly 6,000 types. Like, just sitting there thinking, like, you know how long to sit there and just and for you just to sit there and think about the vast amounts of different things that can be an addiction, and it's like, what? Chris said addicted to parties. Yeah, yeah, heck yeah, addicted to parties, going out clubbing. Like I said, I'm gonna say one of the biggest ones that is really I think is has the potential to be more dangerous than even drugs and alcohols is that addiction to attention. Sometimes people get addicted to that and they don't care how they get it, and they put themselves in situations that are really dangerous. I think all of them can have the potential of being really dangerous. Shopping, yeah, yeah, Angel. That is definitely I do. And listen, I laugh about it, but hey, I've had family members I knew that. What was that? What was that? What was that TV? Is it still on there? Is it QVC? It was that the is it QVC the shopping network thing? Um, Addicted to Pokemon Go. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay, so it is, and yes, it still exists. Dude, I knew I had family members that, seriously, like, it was almost it was just I guess it's equivalent to some of the stuff you see now. Yeah, Home Shopping Network, that was the one I was thinking about, but yeah, QVC was the other one. That, like, okay, like, hey, listen, Imma be honest, sometimes I'm bad about that, but I'm bad about it because most time what I'll do is I'll try to save my money up, and then once I've saved up a X amount of money, then I'll go on, like, TikTok Shop, or I'll go on some of these other places, Amazon, and I just buy up a bunch of stuff. But I'll go months without buying anything. But sometimes when I get a certain amount of money saved up, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, okay, time to do a little shopping." And then I go get the stuff I wanna get. That's why I have, like, so much crap in my carts because I'm like, "Yeah, as soon as I get that, as soon as I hit that limit, as soon as I hit that threshold, bam, it's shopping time." But shopping is a huge one. I mean, there I don't know. I've seen a lot of relationships end, because either the man is tired of the woman buying so much stuff, or the woman's tired of the man buying stuff that she don't think he needs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy because you get kinda addicted to that. It's insane to me, as far as how that goes. Let's see, Miss D said elevated, and or friends can and usually changes the brain's chemistry 100%. And it says, "What is this saving money you speak of?" I know it's a foreign concept to some people, but sometimes, yeah, you can just instead of just going buying everything, as soon as you get money, you can just put, X amount of money. You can say, "Hey, I'm gonna save up at least $500. Once I save $500, I'm gonna spend that $500 on whatever I want to buy," and then I start that process over again. You can do that. It's okay. It's okay to do that. Ooh, like my Temu card. Yeah, yeah. I used to be horrible at Temu. Horrible. Because you get so many deals. There's so many deals. I had a cart one time that I had like 30. I think I spent like 30, maybe $40. I had like 50 items that I ended up getting like over a period of time. It was so bad. It was so bad. And Des can tell you this. It was so bad that I would sit there and I'd order stuff and then I just kind of forget about it. And like 2 or 3 months later, stuff just starts coming in. And it's like almost like an everyday thing or, at least 2 or 3 times a week for like, like a month and something's coming in. She's like, "What did you order now?" Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know what I ordered. Like, for real. I just completely forgot what I ordered. I have no freaking clue. It's just Christmas, so it is what it is. But yeah, 100%. That shop cart, man. That shopping cart, man, is dangerous. Dangerous. Yeah, Bruce addicted to cars, motorcycles, yeah, pretty much anything. Fishing, hunting. I don't know if I said those or not, but yeah, fishing, hunting, going out doing extreme sporting, that kind of stuff. That's an addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like, you jump, doing the skydiving. Was it? I think it's free diving. I think like when you like jump off of buildings or cliffs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so like that is one of those things. You know what I'm saying? The addiction Are you saying Timu's not cheap anymore? Yes, Bruce. Addicted to pain. Some people are addicted to pain. They got it. If they don't feel some type of pain, they don't feel like they're living. And that's super dangerous. Super duper dangerous. I said super duper. Wow. I guess I was watching Scooby Doo a little too much. But anyways, so Ms. D, you're saying you're talking about on Bruce's comment about the pain, the tattoo and piercing thing. See that's I'm completely opposite when it comes to that. Like I don't think I've had a tattoo except for one. And that's because there were some things that had to be redone. Um, and the original tattoo it was I'm not gonna say it was bad. It was just painful because of how it was done. But then when I had somebody correct it, it wasn't as bad. Um, but yeah, on most of all my tattoos, and I have let's see, uh, yeah. I think five of my tattoos, at least five of my tattoos, I've fallen asleep. Like it's like real soothing to me. I have one. I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. There's an S right here. I fell asleep on this entire tattoo. Let me drop this down. Yeah, there you go. I fell asleep on this entire tattoo until I got to that S. And once he got to the end of the S where he had to curve that S off, is when I woke up because he hit a nerve that woke me up. But I felt like he started, he was talking, and then I was next thing I know, I was knocked out. I was gone. I was gone. Gone. And then, like I said, I woke up on that S. And they're sitting there like, "Hey, what's up? What's up, Sleeping Beauty?" I was like, "Bro, I was gone, man." I was like, "My bad, man." I was like, "I hope you wasn't talking about nothing important." Um, but yeah, I was like, I've slept even the one I did on my neck, the one I have done on my neck, the 216. Like I fell asleep on that one. I lived that one. I fell asleep the whole thing. Like I didn't wake up until he was. I didn't wake up until he woke me up and told me I was. They told me he was done. Like they're just. I guess I feel comfortable, and it wasn't that they were painful. I didn't really feel anything. Um, which is just, I mean, it's just crazy to me. Definitely want to take a real quick break and say, hey, thank you everybody on TikTok. We're at 9.4K. Appreciate it, guys. Keep going. Love the support. Um, so yeah, it's just crazy to me on a lot of this stuff. Um, oh, let me grab something real quick. My bad, my bad. But yeah, so definitely, yeah, a lot of stuff is just, like I said, it's just crazy to me to think about. The things, just and the things we've been on here like almost 40 minutes, and the only thing we've talked about was one of the comments. Well, we talked about the pink sock. I kind of quickly wanted to move from that though. I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to move away from that, but hold on, there we go. But yeah, it's just crazy to think um about, just when you think about the concept of the addiction part of everything. That's just crazy to me. Um, Tab says, oh, actually, I can just do this. Tab says over here on YouTube, my tat on the middle of my back was the most painful. What'd you get? Yeah, what'd you get? I'm gonna leave that up there a little bit longer. What'd you get on your, what was your back? Back was like you said the middle of your back. Okay. So it wasn't one of those. Just playing joke. Sorry. Um, yeah, so yeah, tell us what you got. Um, so yeah, yeah, like I said, for me, the pink sock, and then this whole thinking about the whole addiction, and its total destruction, because it's crazy. You got an elephant on your freaking back? Oh, oh, now I'm really intrigued. Like, is an elephant like African elephant? Was it a woolly mammoth? I mean, what's the design behind this? Do you have pictures? Um, Amber's back in the house. What's up, sis? Like, I'm really intrigued. I'm invested. I feel invested now. On this tattoo, because that seems like it's cool. Like, did you get a safari on your back or something? Like, you're gonna tear it up. Okay. All right. All right. Dad's gonna go ahead and take mom out to the hospital. So, all right, bro. Let's text me out. Text and let me know if you need me to do anything. All right, love you. Okay. All right. Love you too. Um, thank you for the prayers. Um, but yeah, yeah, you really got me. Tabs, you got me really wondering about this tattoo. Like that sounds cool. Or just an elephant. Okay. Elephant head, or is the whole elephant body? Thank you. I appreciate that. I think she's watching. She might be monitoring. I don't know. Um, that means that's 100% on you now, Miss D, for the moderator part. Um, Angel said, yeah, Angel says I have to do a bandage change. Oh, okay, gotcha. My bad. I thought you were talking about you do have a pick. Okay, you'll definitely have to send that to me. Holy crap, we're at 11.3K. I didn't even realize that. I thought we were still at 9.4. Um, yeah, you'll definitely have to send me that. That's awesome. Because me personally, I'm getting to the point that I'm trying, and I'm wanting to get my back done. I have about 3 or 4 different pieces in mind as far as what I want to do. Um, But when I say I'm getting my back, it's gonna be a total back. Like, it's gonna go from shoulder blade to shoulder blade, from the base of my neck all the way down to, um, I'm just gonna say it, above the butt cheeks. It's gonna go above the butt cheeks. Um, so it's gonna be a total back thing. Awesome, definitely awesome. You have the you have the year that you were born tattooed in your mouth? So, like, on the lip? Like, are you talking about, like, on the inside of your lip? I've seen somebody that had a tattoo on their gums. That was crazy to me. Shiloh here on TikTok said it's gonna be big. You talking about the elephant tattoo? Oh, no, you're talking about mine. You're talking about mine. Yes, that is definitely going to be it's gonna be huge. Um, okay, so, yeah, DK says this is on his lip. Yeah, 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 Shiloh, it's gonna be huge. I've already like I said, on the 3 that I've looked at, and I might do one of those things where I might share those, like, in one of the times we're here in the studio, I might share that, the tattoo, designs, that I'm thinking about getting, and then maybe do a vote to see which ones, because I love all 3 of them. It's just deciding which one I wanna get, so I wouldn't be upset about if any one of those 3 got chosen, so, maybe we'll do one of those where, I bring it on and say, "Hey, guys, which one do you think I should get?" But yeah, I'm definitely loving that one. I mean, I get you, Amber, you know what I'm saying? Some people say, "Hey," she said, Oogie Boogie was, one was enough." Yeah, I get that on that, and DK said, "It's on the inside of my lower lip." Yeah, I've seen a couple people have done that, that's done like that, and like I said, I've seen one where somebody had it on their gums, their lower gums. They had a tattoo on their lower gums. I'm like, "Why? Why?" Like, they don't ugh. Ugh. Any keywords sent to me, Birdie. Might have to make you a song for the Birdman Oh, okay. Hey, let's talk about that. We can definitely talk about that. That would be cool. That would be awesome. I love what you've been doing. So yeah, that would definitely be awesome. I definitely appreciate that. Um, yeah, I'm definitely not even close to being done with tattoos. Like I said, my back one is the main one I want to get. And then I've got a few. Like I've got my daughter, my oldest daughter here. I want to get something that has my son and my youngest daughter. I'm gonna probably dedicate the rest of this arm to doing that for my children. Um, this is the one that Des and I got. Oh, these are the camera. Oh, okay, okay. This is oh my god. Oh god, how do you do? Anyway, it's 143. It's the numerical number for love. So I got one. She's got one. Um, I got that, and then I got this one here, which was one for the military. A few of the soldiers I lost, and then I got another one here on my chest that also has my children and as well as Rain um, there, and then I got the one on my neck as of right now. So like I said, I want to get my back completely done. Um, get my arms finished out. There's some other things I want to do, especially military wise for this one. And I'm still debating on the leg thing. After this surgery with this hip, I don't know if I want my legs touched right now. I don't want nobody touching my legs, knuckling at my legs, nothing. I just don't want it. This one was more than enough. Um, Amber said I'll send you a message later, but I'll need deets from you. Okay, no problem. But let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. I think that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Um, yeah. So yeah, I know we've been talking about all kind of stuff. We know went from talking about pink socks to freaking addictions to tattoos. So we're kind of all over the spectrum right now. Definitely, hey, people don't forget. Let me know in the comments what is. Let me put it back up here. Put it back up here. What is one thing you could have lived without knowing? That is the question of the day for or the question of the week for us here on Let's Talk About It, presented by the Birdman Show. What's the one thing you could have lived without knowing? Yeah. So, other than that, hopefully, I mean, hopefully everybody's having a good week. Hope we had a great Halloween. Thanksgiving is already around the corner. That's hard to freaking to fathom. Scroll all the way up to one of your comments. Oh boy, it's dangerous. The last you said all the way up. Um, all the way up. Like how far up? 'Cause you talked about shopping. You said shopping. Finger Hut magazine. Is that the one you're talking about? Because yes, that's a huge one. That is huge. Yes. Is that the one you're talking about there, Angel? No, no, it's not. Is it up further than that? Okay. Amber, I need 5 more minutes. Oh, you talking about the bandage? Changing out the bandage? I mean, I figured that. I mean, not figured you need 5 more, but I figured. I mean, you said you were going to be doing that, but you're still listening. If that's what you're talking about, I'm not sure. I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm assuming. I don't know. Yeah. So in the meantime, while we're doing that, I want to remind everybody that tomorrow is kind of it's a different special edition of the Birdman Show because normally we do a recap, which we normally would do, and we might still. Oh, hold the phone, hold the phone. We got a Miss D sighting. What's up, Miss D? How you doing?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm a little under the weather, but I figured I could be ace for you for the day.
We don't have any sound. You're muted.
Oh,
What's going on?
hold on. Hold on.
Is that on my end? Oh, my beer.
There, can you hear me?
You guys could hear? Why in the world couldn't I hear her in the studio?
Hold on. I'm having
Huh.
technical difficulties.
What in the world? So you guys can hear her. What the freak? Well, that's freaking weird. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Let me double check on my end. 'Cause Lord knows, that's pretty much what's probably. Maybe that's it. 1 second. Um. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, I got you now.
Got me?
Yes, got you now. I forgot I was in the studio yesterday testing out a new mic, and it has a completely different system, and so it was still on the system for that, so I had to go back and change it.
Gotcha.
So, yes, alright. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm a little under the weather, but like I said, I figured I could be ace for you for the day. So
Hey,
I've got you in the studio on my phone, but I got TikTok pulled up on my laptop.
woohoo! Now we're moving it. Now we're moving. Oh my god, so yeah, I know, I like I said, that pink sock thing, it messed me up. It messed me up.
There are a lot of things like that that have urban dictionary terms that are actual medical situations that have medical diagnosis and terms.
What you
Um,
mean there's a lot of things like that? That was enough.
if you ever go into the urban dictionary um, and actually do a deep dive, yeah.
I don't think I want to. I don't want to do a Birdman medical show. Um, it's not like Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman here. Um, yeah, that's wow. That's wow. I like I said, I thought that was enough. I thought that one right there. I was like, you know what, I'm good. Oh, Ace is watching. I think they're on their. He's on his way back. Um, now I think so. Maybe I think he's listening in. And yes, it is a full time job to try to beat
Yeah,
Ace.
yes, it is.
It's a very full time job. It's actually a job and a half with no benefits.
Uh, I can feel it every once in a while. I, I don't know how you guys do it all the time.
it's I'll be honest with you. As much as I love doing it, it is taxing.
Hmm.
It's taxing because it's taxing for a number of reasons. For me, I'll speak for me. Like for me, it's taxing because of sometimes the topics themselves.
Hmm.
But it's also taxing for me because I'm having to run the studio. So having because like my studio looks completely different than a guest's studio, right? So I have like all the scenes that are like on the complete left side. So I have everything I can switch back and forth to. So the commercials, all the other stuff, all the good this stuff. On the far right, I have all the chats. So like I can actually come over here. I can do that. Put the chats on the screen. I don't know if they're popping up anywhere else. I gotta wait and see. Yep. Okay. Looks like we're good. And so I can do that where the chats pop up on the screen. Um, and like there's like so many different moving parts of this.
Hmm.
Um, I got spoiled when I was doing my coaching podcast. So when I was doing my coaching slash sports podcast, my older brother, when he used to live in Kansas City, now he lives here, where we're at here in Pittsburgh. But he had actually had time during the time that I was actually doing the podcast.
Hmm.
And so he's the one that introduced me to vmixes, which I'm trying to get back to. I need to get back on that since I got a new desktop. I probably need to go back over that. I love it because it gives me a lot more flexibility. I can still do TikTok and everything else like that on there. So I that's one thing I want to get back over to. vmix is like an upgraded version of. Oh snap! I just saw Tabs, you gotta tell me when you're sending me something on on freaking Messenger, because I have my Facebook opened up on the big screen up here on the wall, and I was sitting there talking, and I just happened to look up, and I see the tattoo, that Tabs talked about. That is freaking awesome, though. That is pretty awesome. Um, that is awesome. I will before I finish my thought, Tabs, I'm gonna ask you, uh, that is beautiful. That is really beautiful. Would you be okay if I showed everybody? If not, I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm not I'm not saying, I'm saying you have to, but that is freaking awesome. I really like that. It goes well with especially with the other tattoos you have on the, left and right side of it. That is pretty cool. Um, but yeah, this like so I got really spoiled because he was running the studio. So only thing I had to do was we did the topics. Um I'm not calling anybody out. Um, oh God, Shiloh. But anyways, like I said, so he was handling all that stuff. So all the stuff I'm doing now, he was doing that. And it was awesome because like if I like say let's say okay. Let's say I'm gonna have to while I'm doing that. If I brought something up, let's say I was talking about a certain topic. um, he would sit there and just like a phenomenal, great producer, he would sit there and as soon as I brought something up, he would go look up like a clip or whatever, find it, queue it up, and then post it, and then play it live while we're doing stuff. So just like I share different things when we're on here doing stuff, he was doing that live for us, and I got spoiled with that. And I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" Da da da. And then both our schedules just completely went sideways, and it just was like, yeah, it just didn't happen. I'm gonna share this because Tabs gave me the okay. This is so freaking cool. Check this out, everybody. So that's the tattoo. That is awesome. I freaking love that. That's pretty cool,
Oh, that is so cute.
right? I freaking love that. Now the one I'm getting, yeah, yeah. I don't know if I think y'all can see my mouse. Yeah, that's like I said, it's going from shoulder blade to shoulder blade to the base of my neck, and all the way the rest of the way down. And that's where that's gonna be. Like I said, that is very awesome. Thank you for sharing, Tabs. That is awesome. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I got kind of spoiled that. So it's for me, it's taxing because of all that. Plus making sure we have the topics, everything's running smooth, and it never does. Either I have problems with my audio, and for a while there, we were having just so many issues. And what it turned out to be, um, it was because I was using my laptop, and it was loaded with all my school stuff, and so it completely slowed everything down. Once I got my desktop, it for the most part eliminated those issues, and we got our internet and everything fixed. We really haven't had too many problems, but we still have problems from time to time, and it's so freaking annoying. And then having to deal with Ace, oh my god, that's oh god, I better get the Nobel Peace Prize. Screw Donald Trump, I want the Nobel Peace Prize. I'm playing, not really. I'm just playing Ace. Oh my god. No, I love having Ace, and the addition of Deathlight, and then of course, just everybody that jumps in, like you, Miss D,
Oh,
Bambi, who's jumped in from time to time. We've had different people, Amber, Angel, who's been in, Dez, um, JJ, Lady Phoenix, better known as Lady Phoenix. All the people we've had, and we've had quite a few people on here. I'm like, yeah, Tabs has been on here. Um, man, it's crazy because it just makes I have not got them shipped off. Yours is done. Yours is done. I plan on actually shipping yours off actually next week. Now that I think about it, Ace has got your address, right? I think because I don't remember who had your address. I know somebody's got your. I know somebody's got your address. I'm shipping your shirt off next week. Because I got yours, and I've got a couple other people got to get shipped off to. So you guys have yours. Okay, you moved and Ace. Okay, Ace has your new address. Okay, cool. As long as that's taken care of, got you. I got you covered. Because I definitely want to. Like I said, I did George. I was like, man, that's actually kind of cool. I might have to get one. You have to get one because yours was the hot pink one, right? I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hopefully, yeah, I'm not wrong because then if not, then I'm like, oh crap, whose shirt did I do? It's either hot pink or pink. It was hot pink, I think. Yeah, hot pink. I looked at it, I was like, man, that's actually kind of legit. I might have to go get me a hot pink one. Yeah, but yeah, it looks pretty good though. I like it, man. So yeah, I'll definitely get that shipped off to you next week. And like I said, for anybody else, I think Ace has the addresses, so I'm working on that. I got the it's not over there. I think it's in my drawer over here with the heat press. I got the other logos in, so I'll be able to finish those off. Sometimes it's just getting those logos after we do it, getting those logos in, and then being able to do it. Um, Nobel Ace Award. Yeah, Shiloh. Um, but yeah, it's getting those in. Eventually I'm gonna break down and I'm gonna get us a printer solely for that so we can do our own designs so we can kind of cut that middleman off. Um, we can kind of do away with that. But it's just getting to that point. We'll get there. It's all good. We'll get there. But it is what it is. Good God, Miss D.
Yes.
Um, can you think of any other questions? Like, I mean, not questions, but like something you could have lived without knowing?
So that's a hard question for me, because I want to know everything. I am your typical druid type person where I'm on a constant quest for knowledge. Um,
Yeah.
and even you know, the macabre and all of that, I want to know how things work. I want to know why things are certain ways. So, I don't ever regret the knowledge of something.
Right.
More as the reaction. If it causes a visceral physical reaction, I might say, "Huh, okay, I won't do that again." But there's never really been anything that I was just like, "Oh God, I wish I didn't know that." Like Amber had said earlier with the whole what a chainsaw was designed for. It was barbaric, but it was innovative research at the time. So I mean, it.
Wait, what? Did I miss that?
I think you did.
What?
Yeah. Do you know what a chainsaw was initially invented for?
No. I thought it was always trees.
No. The very first chainsaw was invented for cesarean section to cut through the pubic bone.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm sorry. What?
Hmm.
Oh my God.
Like I said, it seems barbaric and medieval, but incredibly innovative for its time.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Wow. D- I mm, ooh.
Your
Like
pink
what?
sock seems gross anymore now, does it?
I mean, it's not that. It's just now I'm just trying to. So what was the size of them when they first came out? As I know, they're not like the size of like the freaking one like I got out in the garage. Were they smaller or like I'm really intrigued. Like what the? Oh my God, that's oh my
I
God.
think the very first one was more like sawzall sized.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was like, man, we can't be out here like Leatherface out here, trying to do medical procedures and stuff. What the freak? Um, that's what?
Agreed, as because I had, or as my family we call them zipper critters. My kids came out the sunroof, so I had three C sections. Um, I could not imagine it being the way it used to be.
Wow, no. Especially if somebody's got out there with a freaking um steel freaking chainsaw. Um, but yeah, and then go back to another comment that Des had made. Yeah, a lot of the reason why a lot of the shirts have not been sent out is because man, it took us a little bit. We had the wedding. I had surgeries. There's a lot of stuff. So it just pushed everything back. So we have not forgotten. Matter of fact, I think either I said something to Des or she said something to me, or we might have both at different times said something about the shirts. But definitely want to get that. Bruce said he believes about a flashlight size was the original or kind of around that size. And you said Sawzall.
Well, I mean, think about
That's
it. Lights. I
Yeah.
mean, you've got big mag lights all the way down to like tiny pocket flashlights. So I mean,
Oh, I can't even think about that. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. Yeah, throwing you for a loop is that's one way of putting it. I just wow, that's disturbing. That's seriously disturbing. Oh my god. Yeah, didn't know that. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. I don't know if I'm gonna sleep tonight. Hmm. Just my mind's just gonna be running like crazy. That's weird. Oh wow. Medical medical breakthroughs are like some of the I don't know. I don't want to say um well, yeah, scariest and also fascinating um things that if you really actually break them down, think about it. Um because you think about how it started and then where it is today. And it's just like that's where that came from. And it's like I mean, okay, take a case in point, like hip surgery. Like I just had my hip replaced, a full hip replacement. And talking to the doctors, like, yeah, not that long ago. And when I say not that long ago, like 3, maybe 4 years ago, they were still going through the side. So they were basically, for lack of better words, they were filleting your hip, cutting it open, pulling the muscle apart, cutting through muscle, and then putting the hip replacement in. Where now they go kind of close to the groin, and it's like a 7-inch incision, and then they do everything from right there, which cuts the recovery time. Like before, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you know a little bit more about that. Is the original recovery time from the old surgery on the hip to now? Like I had my surgery September 18th. Here it is, November 5th. I'm walking almost normal, like back to where I was walking before I started having hip issues. Definitely before I had the surgery. And that was not something that, most people could say, hey, that in that short of time. No, we're talking about, you know, more than what five, maybe about 6 months.
uh, if I remember correctly, a open hip replacement, yeah, that I mean, it takes usually about a full year for recovery,
Mm.
or it used to. Um, and I was nervous because a month before your surgery, I had my knee surgery,
Oh
and
yeah.
I was going to be off of it for at least 5 weeks. Well, they wound up not having to do the repair that they went in for, but they still cleaned everything out. I walked out of the hospital,
Oh wow.
so I had no um, you know time where I had to be non-weight bearing. So, um, and I had two tiny incisions that you can almost barely notice now. So, I mean, medical interventions are growing leaps and bounds, minute by minute. It's not even year by year anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think about my rotator cuff repair. I got on both my shoulders. Like my right shoulder looks like I just like somebody like I have I think it's like 4, maybe 5 tiny incisions, but it just looked like I got scratched by something. Like like you were outside and you're messing around and you know how sometimes you like maybe you take a wrong step and you trip down something, you hit a bunch of branches or some stuff, and you cut yourself up and you
Hmm.
get some scars. That's what it looks like. It looks like, I just had some scars from something, like something playing around on both sides. And it's just amazing because I was worried about that as well. I'm like, "Man, I don't even know what's going on with this." He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'll make a tiny decision here, put the scope down, da, 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 do here, then I'll make another decision here." I was like, "Wait, what? You ain't gotta cut me up. You ain't gonna cut my back open then?" He's like, "No, man, we don't do all that." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So and it was crazy. And then the recovery from those, like, man, like my right shoulder, I think I was almost fully recovered by 3 months. Like, I think I was pretty close to that, and my left one was I would say pretty it was pretty I think my left one took a little bit longer, just because he had to do a little bit more to it, but it still wasn't that bad. I mean, I know I was pretty close to being full recovered by 5 months, if that. So, yeah, that's just crazy to me. That's just really crazy, man. This stuff is just it's ridiculous. It really is. Um, wow, that's just really ridiculous. Yeah. Wow. I don't know. So as we're waiting for some more of those, Angel said hers was vertical. So I guess they did her C-section vertical.
It all depends on the anatomy, the emergency, urgency. Um, there's a lot of different things, but that does remind me of the one thing I wish I know now that I wish I didn't.
Oh,
Is
okay. What was
the
that?
the Zampanelli maneuver.
The- what? Sounds like an Italian dish.
Well, bringing up cesarean sections, when I had given birth to my youngest daughter, um, she was coming so quickly. She was born premature. Um, and I've had previous C sections. I was not cleared to have a VBAC.
Hmm.
Um, knew I was going to have a C section with her. Well, the nurse sent me home um, when I first began labor. Um,
Yeah, they sent you home.
they sent me home because it wasn't there was no internal changes with my contractions, so they were going to actually just give me an Ambien and let me sleep it off in the hospital, see if they could stop my contractions, and then send me home in the morning. Well, at the time I only lived like 3 minutes from the hospital. I was like, okay, give me the Ambien, but I'm going home. I got a big Tempur-Pedic bed at home.
Right. I mean, yeah. Okay. I mean, okay. Yeah.
Right, so they said, yeah, that's fine, no problem. So they did that. Well, my water broke about an hour after we'd gotten home. So of course we packed everybody up and back down
Yeah.
to
Cracked
the
up. Yeah.
and they're like, well, we don't think it was your water and all of that. I'm like, listen, it's not my first rodeo here. I was like, it was definitely my water. But they tested it, of course, yes, it was amniotic fluid. So they're like, okay, well, let's just see how far along you are. Well, she immediately like kind of froze in her tracks and said, oh, that's ahead. And because of my risk of hemorrhaging, um, they the Zampanelli maneuver is basically a nurse or a doctor reaching up in and holding as they were rushing me into the OR to have my C-section.
Wait a minute. We're not gonna speed past that like that was not just said. You said that they had to reach up in there and hold the baby in place.
Yep.
So you had somebody
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much elbows deep. Yeah.
like I couldn't do I couldn't this is one of the main reasons why I couldn't go in the medical field. Cause something like that, I can't make eye contact with nobody like that where I'm just like, I'm like, hey, like I'm having a small talk with the husband, like, yo, bro, so you catch that Cardinals game? You watch the Sox, man? Who's your team? Um, what the
It's funny though, because Jeff handled everything beautifully. He was by my side through all of it. You know
I
what got
would
him?
be too. I got somebody's hand, they freaking wrist and elbow all the way up in up my wife's hoo ha. Like, I mean, they like tickling her soul.
You know what got him queasy though? Was when
What?
they were done the surgery and they pulled the staple gun out because I had 17 staples across my abdomen. It was the staple gun that got him.
Really?
Really.
Yeah.
A man who has been deployed to the sandbox
Yeah.
on more than one occasion, like military corrections. Yeah, it was the staple gun that almost wiped him out.
Wow. Huh.
Mhm.
I mean, you know what? Some people it's different. It's different for some people. Like none of that stuff ever really bothers me. I still have yet to really, and I'm not trying. I'm not actively going out to look for something that will just gross me out. I mean, even the pink sock thing didn't really gross. It was just like, why? Why is that a thing? Um, like I think I've seen this on the movie Aliens, and an alien popped out of that guy's chest.
Could have been worse. Could have been like the end of Spaceballs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hello, my darling. Hello, McLaren. Oh my God, that's wow. That's oh my God, that's just yeah. See, that's why. And there were two professions other than being in the military that I really wanted to do. And both of them, I said, "Screw that," after I found out how long I actually had to be in school for them. That was being a doctor, becoming or being anything in the medical field, and then also, becoming a lawyer. I really wanted to be a lawyer. I just wanted to be able to argue. I didn't care. I wanted to argue all the time. So I really wanted to be a lawyer, but then I was like, the schooling for that." But then the amount of hours you'd have to work even before you can really become a partner. Yeah, I'm like, "Bro, I'm good on that, fam."
It's insane. That's why I only did my criminal justice so I could do the paralegal. Um, but wasn't for me.
I was laughing at Bruce's comment, "May the Schwartz be with you."
And also
Uh, yeah. And they're coming out with Spaceballs too.
the search
Um,
Spaceballs 3, the search for 2.
yes, I think something like that. It's weird because, like, I mean, they're coming out with it. It's not technically a sequel, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Um, but I'm kinda excited about it because the guy that's actually directed it, who came up with the script and everything, I'm trying to think, what was that movie he was in? Mm, he was in a I think he was in a movie with Adam Sandler, the one with oh crap, what was that movie? It was Adam Sandler, the guy that played, what was it, uh, Bart the Mall Cop or something like that? I can't think of his name. He's in Queen of Kings or King of Queens.
Yeah, he was also in Hitch.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Him. Yeah, it was him, and there was another guy that was in it, that was also in that movie with Adam Sandler, and I think it was the movie when they were we were being invaded by, space invaders, but they were using, like, arcade style, um, attacks on us or something like that, and so they called him I don't remember. But yeah, he actually is directing it, and the reason why and the funny here's a crazy story about it, right? Because I actually got a chance to see the interview he did with I think it was Jimmy Kimmel. But, um, the reason why it even came about was because he's a huge Mel Brooks fan. Yeah, Ready Player One. I think was that it? Yeah. I think it's it. Yeah.
Right?
Um,
Good flick.
yeah. But he's a huge Mel Brooks fan. So he has a daughter. At the time when this happened, she was I think 11 is what he said. And so he was, they were watching, different movies and stuff like that where they got the Spaceballs. And so she absolutely loved it. And so there was a part there at the end when Mel Brooks says to, I can't think of his name, but the main character, he said, and I'll see, or hopefully I'll see you in Spaceballs 2, the search for whatever. I can't remember the line actually. Well, then she turns to her dad and says, "Well, can we watch Spaceballs 2?" And he was like, "Well, they actually never made it." And she's like, "Well, why would he say that if they never made it?" And
Oh,
so he's like,
second.
"Well, huh?
An just Angel signing off. She's in some pain. We thinking
Oh,
you, Angel. I hope you feel better.
all right, yeah, you too, sweetie." Um, it's not Rick Moranis. Um, and that guy kind of reminds me of him. He's a heavier set though, dude though. Um, but yeah, so he's sitting there talking to his daughter, and then like she goes to bed, he's up the whole night thinking about it. So basically, in his head, and he gets up, goes to his office, and he's I don't think no, not John Candy. It's not. I don't think it's Kevin. It's not Kevin Dunn. I will find the interview and I'll post it. Because I think I sent it to myself. But he writes the entire script for it over a 5 to 8 day span. Then calls Mel Brooks and pitches the idea to him. And Mel Brooks 100% after hearing he said, "I've been waiting." I think he said 30, 40 years. I can't remember how long. I think it's been about 30, maybe 40 years. So I've been waiting that long for this phone call. Let's do it. And so that's how the movie came about. Up until then, nobody was thinking about it. Nobody was thinking about a sequel. Listen, I've watched the movie a couple hundred times since it came out originally, and I
Mhm.
still never thought about a sequel. So
I I've always thought, because I mean, Mel Brooks is that kind of writer producer that you always want to see more,
oh, yeah.
and with especially with his slapstick comedy, and nothing is off limits with him.
No.
So,
Just watch Blazing Saddles.
right, couldn't watch it now. If the censors to put it on TV now, like it would just be a series of one long beep. I
Listen, let me tell you something. That is probably one of my all-time favorite movies. If you've never seen Blazing Saddles, go watch it and then come back and say, "Birdman, that's one of your all-time favorite movies?" Yes, 100%. One of my all-time favorite movies. That movie was hilarious. The 2000-year-old man sketch still works. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I freaking love that movie. That movie was awesome. There was a movie I watched not that long ago. He had the black sheriff. Yeah. It's a freaking
that is my favorite
the
line from
freaking
that.
the freaking drunk guy, he's on the top of the and he kept saying the sheriff is, and then the freaking bell rang, and it's like, "Oh, the sheriff's near." Like, no, did never. Oh,
And you've
oh
got the entire like sequence of everybody in town. A black sheriff.
my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry. That movie still freaking the producer's another good one. Um that movie still, I don't care. That movie never ages. It'll never age for me. That is a movie that's one you can put in the vault and watch it 20 years from now and we'll freaking die laughing. I love that movie. Mel Brooks to me is probably one of the best comedy geniuses when it comes to producing stuff like that, that has ever lived. And I forever love that man for the comedy. He's the reason why my humor is the way it is. Like there's nothing off limits when it comes to my humor. Nothing's off limits. That's he's probably one of the biggest reasons why. I'm gonna be honest. He's probably one of the biggest reasons why I'm not sensitive about racism. Like, I'll be honest with you.
I can definitely, and it's so hard when myself being a cis white woman says it.
It's like
Um, be, well, think about it. I mean, in today's reality, if I sit there and say, I don't see color, regardless, like race to me doesn't mean anything. And so many people are like, oh well, it's an inherited bias, blah 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 blah. It's people like Mel Brooks who embody that statement, that encourage, like I tell people all the time, like I joke around with like coworkers and stuff like that.
mhm.
We come from all different, backgrounds. I'm an equal opportunity hater.
Yes.
Like, I don't care what color you are. You could be purple with green polka dots for all I care. If we're making jabs at each other, let's do this. But it's all done in fun.
Mhm.
It's never in seriousness, because for me, people are people. I don't care, you know, about how much melanin you have. I mean, hell, I'm Scottish. I don't have any. So, I mean, um,
Yeah.
you know,
I can tell people all
the
the
whole
time. I'm sorry. I tell people all the time. I don't think I've ever told you the watermelon joke. I don't think so.
oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not telling it now because there's no way I could tell that joke on any platform that we're on. There's no way. But that joke right there, and that was like always one of my first jokes I always tell people. Like if I go someplace like parties or something, that was a joke I tell them. They'd be shocked as hell to know that I'm the one telling that joke. Like that's how bad it is. It is kind of a bad joke, but it's funny. It don't get it twisted. It's funny. And I think it's probably even more hilarious. It's coming from a black man. Um, All right,
Good night,
Amber.
Amber.
Night, sweetie. Love you. Thank you for joining. Actually, I'm gonna end this now because Des just texted me. And I don't know how much longer they're gonna be out there, but I'm gonna have to go pick up the baby because she took the baby with her. So I am going to end this probably now. My God, I didn't even look at that. We're at 12.2K. I didn't even know that. God dang it, you guys. Um,
Uh,
Freaking awesome. I do want to remind everybody, like I said, tomorrow we will be doing a special Birdman show episode. Um, yes, definitely. Don't yes, definitely get with me later, Amber. I think that'd be really freaking awesome. But we're doing a very special episode of the Birdman Show. We're actually going to be doing our typical normal production meeting, but we're gonna do it live. So that way everybody gets a chance to be part of the production meeting. So we'll be going through the topics that we already have, and then we'll be putting those in order of which we're going to be actually doing the episodes, getting ready for season 7, which is next. We'll start in season 7 next Wednesday. So I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be tomorrow, same time, normal time, 6 p.m. Central Time. And we're gonna be doing that right here within the studio. Normally I would probably maybe do it on just on TikTok and just upload everything on later, but I think I just might go ahead and just do everything like we're doing tonight. And then just kind of give everybody the opportunity to get on there. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And what we might be doing is incorporating that conspiracy theories. Um, and I said we're gonna probably try to do that what next Monday, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I think talk about that because it was part of the let's talk about it series that you wanted to kind of
alternate.
break the regular Wednesday thing. I thought.
Yeah. So, what we'll do is, that's gonna be kinda the conspiracy theories episode is gonna probably be kinda one, Miss D, you and I are gonna be kinda spearheading. Um,
All right.
so yeah, we're looking at that for next Monday. And then we'll be getting ready for season freaking 7 of the Birdman show. I don't know which one it is. Not that one. Yeah, that's my applause. I can't remember which one was which. Um, sorry. Anyways, yeah, we're getting ready for season 7, so I'm excited about that. Like I said, I just can't believe that I'm still going with this. I like I said, you guys have made this, and really enjoyable. With the support, I love it because of the people I've got the chance to meet. Miss D, you're one of the biggest ones,
Oh,
along with everybody else. But since you're here, definitely, I'm so very thankful, being able to meet you, Bambi, my niece. I'm so glad to meet. I've been very blessed to be able to be surrounded by people that I generally care about, and I can definitely feel that they generally care about me as well. And I'm be honest, today's day and age, that's rare. Um, and it sucks. I hate what we become. But it is what it is. You gotta keep moving forward. Keep the people close that you love, care about. Keep them close because you never know what's gonna happen the next day. Miss D, you got anything you want to say before we get up out of here? You gotta lose Miss D. Hello? Hello? Oh, I did lose Miss D. Okay, so I guess Miss D didn't have anything she wanted to say before she got up out of here. Um, but that's fine. That's fine. It's all good. But yeah, I like I said, I really want to thank everybody, for the love, support, you guys have done. Never forget. Oh, and put that up there for Shiloh. Never forget that you matter. and you're important to Birdman. Love you, brother. Hey, man. Hey, I love you too, brother. I love you, man. Love the encouraging words you send out. I love your videos. You're another one. I'm very thankful for Tabs. Listen, I don't have enough time in the day to thank and show the appreciation to the people I've had a chance to meet through either TikTok, through this platform, through this show. You guys have been freaking amazing. You guys are always in my heart and my mind. I appreciate you guys so much. Like I said, I can't thank everybody enough. Um, oh, okay. No, I get that, Miss D. I've had that happen once or twice before, so 100%, you're good. Appreciate you. Like I said, just want to thank everybody for um, just want to thank everybody for joining us for this edition of the Birdman Show, where we talked about what's one thing you could have lived without knowing for this Let's Talk About It episode. I like I said, I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are awesome. Hell, we got up to 12.3K over on TikTok. I'm seeing that we're getting more likes come in, so that might go up a little bit more. Awesome. I love you guys. I keep saying it, but I can't say enough. But listen, like I said, you guys be good. I will see you guys tomorrow for the production meeting of the Birdman Show. So we're looking forward to that. A should be on here. I'm assuming that Carrie's going to be on here. But we'll see. But I'm looking forward to it because I don't think we've done that before. I don't think we guys have actually been part of the actual production meeting. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing it. Having you guys there. So, like I said, I love you guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm the Birdman. This is the Birdman Show. You know what to do. Do it with me. And I'm out.